Hey guys, so let's talk about Legends of Tomorrow Season 4 so far. I am not very happy about this season, honestly, and here are my problems with it. Okay? Now, before I talk about it real fast, I just want to say, yes, I'm going to be negative about it. Yes, I have problems with the show. But I'm not going to tell you not to watch the show. I'm not going to tell you shouldn't like this show. I'm just going to talk about my problems with it. My problems. You probably don't have any problems with the show. So, alright. So, I guess the big thing so far is I don't love the story because we're repeating what we did last season, which is fixing anachronisms in time from a mystic situation, and we're leading up to a demon fight. We pretty much did that last season. Granted, these anachronisms this season are mythical creatures, but last season it was Damien Dark and Nora Dark who are two mystics. So, kind of the same thing. And then a demon at the end. We had to fight a demon with a giant Bebo. So, which, that was a good season. My problem with it is I don't want to see the same story. It's pretty much the same plot. We're leading up to a demon fight at the end of this. So I'm calling it now. It's going to be a demon fight. And I don't know how I don't like that. I don't like repetitive plots. I don't like rehashing the same old stuff. Granted, like I said, these are mythical creatures this time. It's not mystic, people like Damien and Nora. So, but still the same technically. And you could comment down below how it's different, but truthfully, it's not different. So, I really don't see it as different. Even if you wrote me an essay telling me how different it is, I don't know if I would agree with you, only because, like I said, it's mystical situations of anachronisms in time that is leading up to a demon fight. So, second, this one's a small one. I'm not really loving Constantine as much as I thought this season. Only reason I say that is, I don't really love how much self-pity he wallows in. If that makes any sense. So, which is kind of strange for me to say because I love Marvel's Jessica Jones and I don't mind when she goes into self-pity because hers seem more reasonable, I feel like. So, although to be fair, I have not seen the first season of Constantine, so I don't really know his situation. I think my sister said that, and going in spoilers here, that Constantine killed a lot of his friends and sent them to hell because there were demons in them. So, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't just I don't want to keep dealing with that every episode. Also, another thing to talk about. I don't love, because this is my problem with Arrow, I don't love bringing the actress back who played Maya, who is Charlie. I get it, she's a different character. But it's just such a cheap way to bring that actress back. I'd rather her be the character of Maya. But, whatever. So, you want to do cheap things like that to bring the actors or actresses back, that's fine. I mean, you brought back, 3 fucking different Laurels and Arrow, so... which I'm actually very much against bringing back so many Laurels, because it used to be so sad, even though I hate the Ulysses thing with Laurel's death, but, it used to be so sad to me that Laurel died. Now it doesn't feel so sad anymore because, granted, that Laurel is dead from season 1, but we got this new Laurel, and she's a lot like our old Laurel now. And I didn't really love the Lance thing, so granted, this is a different situation because this is not the same character. This is an actress playing a different character. I just don't love it, especially the mid-season finale where she fixed John's situation, going back in time so she could shapeshift again. She never went back to her default form. So, her default character. So, I don't know. It's just really annoying to me. So, I don't love that when they do that. It's like no one really dies. No one really does die in this show. They really don't. I feel like Rip Hunter will come back. I'm not sure how. He'll probably come back somehow. And I bet you he'll either come back to life or it will be something like Amaya, the actress that played Amaya. It'll be something like that. Maybe he's an android. Which, by the way, I hated how he went out, but that's just me. Another thing I disliked about this season so far is I don't love how we're not wearing our costumes anymore. Because it's like if Flash was like, fuck it, I'm not going to wear my costume for pretty much the rest of the season, and I'll just go out anyway and be Flash. It's like, what? Like, I don't really love that. I don't understand why we're not wearing our costumes anymore. I'm really hating the hand-to-hand combat stuff. Like, not with Sarah. I always think her combat skills are good. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying I miss seeing powers in this show. I miss seeing hand combat and power usage. It feels like Heatwave is the only one who's using abilities anymore. And I don't know, I guess it's bothering me. Like, we saw Ray, I guess, but let's face it, he didn't really use his suit. Charlie shapeshifted into Ray and stole his suit. And then he doesn't really wear his suit anymore. The only thing we really saw, which was in the mid-season finale, is like his hand gauntlet thing. So, I don't know. I don't really understand the decision to do that. Another thing that's bothering me, fourth wall breaks. I don't love Ray talking about, it's the premiere episode, and he says, oh, this will surely boost up our ratings, and I can't remember, it might have been Yari, and she says, what? And he's like, oh, Time Bureau, they rate us. And then he goes on to say, oh, man, our ratings are definitely going to go up. Everybody loves the Supernatural. We're referring to CW's show Supernatural, which I kind of liked, but when you watch that show, once you get past like the 5th season and stuff, and you just go on these other seasons, you're just sort of like, man, all these guys really do is just hunt demons and ghosts. Like, that's all they do, really. Like, they're still fucking doing that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say anybody's stupid for watching that show. I don't want to see a show do the same thing over and over again. So, that's not fun for me. Not saying Supernatural is not entertaining. It probably is. It's just not as entertaining to me. But yeah, so, and then like in the mid-season finale, Ray talks about, oh, not like the annual crossover at all. Like, I hate the fourth wall breaks. I really do. They're really getting to me. The writing is getting to me. The costumes and the, using powers is getting to me because we're barely using powers nor wearing our costumes. It's just really all getting to me. So, and I really don't mean to be negative. This is just my opinion on it. I want to love this show, but it's given me reasons not to love it as much. I know Legends of Tomorrow is having really low ratings, and I bet it's because of the fact that they're barely wearing their costumes, there's barely any powers, and they're rehashing the same plot, pretty much. So, and if you tell me they're not rehashing the same plot, I'm going to call you bullshit on that, because they're fixing anachronisms in time by something magical that's leading up to a demon fight. I'm sorry, but that's what happened last season. That's what's happening this season. So, if you disagree with me on that, that's fine. But it's rehashing the old plot, and it's like Arrow. If you got none, if you don't have a good plot, then just don't continue a season. You know, this show could end for all I care at this point. If it's not going to give me interesting plot, if it's just going to rehash stuff, I don't want to watch it. You know, the first 2 seasons are amazing, and the third one was even better. And then this season is just the same thing. So I don't know. It's really getting to me, guys. I'm sorry, but it is. So I think that might be all I have about it. Is there anything else? Gary might be a little too much at times. So, and so is what's her name? That's the caretaker of the mystical beings in prison. They might be a little too much. She might be a little too much as well. So, but yeah. So anyway, that's really, I guess, all I had about Legends. So, I will say, by the way, John Constantine's story with what's his name, Dez. I don't really love that story, so I prefer his love interest in the comics and animated stuff much better. So I can't remember what her name is, but I always thought she was really cool and they should bring her in. So, but that's just me. I can't remember her name. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing me out, guys. I know I was really negative about this, and if you got mad and you quit halfway through or whatever, you know, I am sorry, but that's just my opinion. So, I mean, it's just the show's really getting to me. So, anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good night. And I don't know if I said at the beginning, but I'm sorry about the lighting. I used to have a different camera for my earlier videos. And for some reason, this camera, because my old one broke, this one is my very old camera. For some reason, when it takes a picture, it shows perfect brightness in this area. And when it does a video, it makes it completely fucking dark. So I have a light shining in my face, and it hurts. So, and that's why I'm leaning against this thing so much, so you can see my face. Because if I go over here... Oh, it's not too bad, actually. Thought it'd be worse over here. Well... I guess I didn't need to lean over here. My shoulder's been hurting. Anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good night. And, by the way, Happy New Year, guys. Alright, bye.